So I uploaded 10 YouTube videos, and guess what? My channel is still small. I have 22 subscribers, under 1,000 of views. And in today's video, I really want to walk you through the 5 things, the numbers, what actually worked, what surprised me, and what didn't really work the way I expected, and what I will be changing before the next 10. Because if you're also a small creator and you try to figure things out, I think what I found here is going to be very useful. And you can also apply it to your own channel. So as you can see right here, this is a full year. So we have 953 views in 2026. And we also have 22 subscribers. And this graph actually tells you a story better than any number I could give you. So every spike you can see right here is a video I uploaded. And every time you see it kind of go flat right here, that's me basically disappearing. So we have the same in late April. We have the same going on into May. And you can kind of see it clearly. And every time that happens, the channel just got cooled down and I was starting from scratch again. And I get it because I'm a solo creator posting everything myself. So for me, posting 3 times per week it's not my reality. But now actually looking at this graph right here, I know what I would do differently. I would probably prepare maybe like 3 to 5 videos before even launching the channel. So at least I have some buffer between them, and then I would not skip those weeks before posting. And looking at this graph, another thing what I would change is the length, because some of my early videos were around like 20 minutes, some of them even were like around 40 minutes. And editing something that long can take for me like around even 5 days. And while I'm stuck on editing process, I'm not actually filming my next video. And 10 minutes video is completely different workload, and I only really understood it by going through it. And now you can see what actually works. So you can see the best performer of the channel. You don't need expensive gear to start YouTube, and here's what matters. So we got 7.1 thousand impressions. We got 2.2% click-through rate. We also got 285 views, and we also got 7.1 thousand impressions, and they actually came from YouTube recommending it and not from search. So I think the packaging worked here very well. We have a title and thumbnail, which were clear enough that YouTube tested it and people clicked on it. And honestly, I think I kind of landed here more by accident, because I filmed first and then kind of figuring out my title and thumbnail later. But it's actually showed me what working package actually looks like. And where those clicks actually came from, they all came from suggested videos. So you can see we have browse feature, we have channel pages, and it's like almost no search right here. And YouTube was placing this beside beginner setups and gear content from the beginner channels, and you can actually see it right here. And this is something I really want to mention about search versus suggested videos, because I think it's very easy to feel like you have to pick one and ignore another one. So SEO videos, they're more long game. They can bring views months or even maybe like years later, but suggested videos, they can kind of work a little bit faster when your channel is still small, because YouTube will be testing your videos right next to the bigger channels if your package and content of your video is clear enough. So for my next 10 videos, I think I kind of want to lean a little bit around like 50-50. So I still want to do some topics which are more clearly like searchable, and then other packages create more specifically for recommendation. And then I'll look at the data again and see what this channel actually responds to. And this one is I froze before every YouTube video until I have this system. So this one has only 42 views. And if I want to look at that number, I would think that whole video just didn't really work. But look at this, it's 45% average percentage viewed. So on 10-minute videos, that means that people who found it and clicked on it, they actually stayed and watched almost half of it. And then if I go back here into reach, you can see that we have impressions, 2.9 thousand. We have 0.7% of click-through rate, and we only have 42 views. So YouTube showed this video almost 3,000 times, and less than 1% of people clicked. So I think with this video, we can clearly say that the packaging was a problem. I think the content was good, and the people who got into it stayed and watched, but not enough people clicked in the first place. And if I can pull this video in a vidIQ, you can see that for the thumbnail, it gave me 80%, but for the title, it only gave me 68 score. So what that means, it's a gap right here explains basically everything. The titles that just didn't give enough people a reason to stop scrolling. So I'm going to tighten it up after I'll finish filming this video. So this is exactly what packaging before filming means. If I would have figured out the right title for this video, then this video would have probably reached the right people right from the beginning. Instead of just basically sitting at 42 views and 45% retention rates, it's like almost nobody ever saw this whole video. And this is the one that didn't work the way I expected. So you don't need subscribers to make money on YouTube. So we have 128 views, and we have 76.6% of YouTube recommending it. And there's also brought me 3 new subscribers right here, which is a good thing. But this video is almost 24 minutes long. So we can see that the average percentage viewed is 15.6%. And I really went too deep a lot on this one. I added a lot of explanation. I also added a lot of B-roll. And I'm genuinely curious, did I go too deep with this one? I'm not sure if the length is, or is it like really something else with this specific video? Because if you tend to watch longer videos all the way through, or you like just bail early on those videos, I really want to know about that. So guys, tell me down in the comments, because I'm still like figuring out what's the right length of the videos for this channel. And another thing too, I need to be honest about some things, because I did go back and change few titles and thumbnails right after posting. And I basically need to catch myself in that time, because I was changing too many things at once. So if you change, for example, title and thumbnail at the same time, then you generally don't really know which one made the difference or what worked or didn't. And thumbnails, you can actually change them freely. That does not affect how YouTube has indexed your video. Titles and descriptions, they're more metadata. So it's you need to be like a little bit more careful right there, and maybe just change only one thing at the time. Then you kind of wait and see what's going to happen with your analytics for that specific video. And what's really changed? So I tightened the channel basically itself. I actually started with 5 playlists, and now at this time I only have 2. The banner of the channel is also a little bit more cleaner. And also I tightened a little bit the description, because now it says faster what it's actually for. It didn't create really sudden spikes in views, but I think it's helped YouTube to actually understand the channel. It also helps anyone who lands on a page figure out quickly if they're in the right place and if they want to subscribe to the channel or not. And one of the things which I underestimated was the pause. If we go back to the analytics and we can look at the posts, you can see we have 139 impressions. We have 27 likes. Small, I know, but it's actually kept something active during the weeks I wasn't uploading. And the question, or if you have some quick update, or if you have just like a link to the video, I know it's like low pressure, but it still actually gives you some visibilities. So posts, they don't really replace the videos, but for a solo creator who can't always upload like every week, I think they're worth doing and worth trying and experimenting. So what I'm doing differently for my next 10 videos, I will be packaging before filming every time. I will also keep my videos shorter by default. I also probably will batch a few videos a little bit ahead, so there's actually a buffer when family life happens. I will also stay in one topic longer instead of kind of jumping around. And I will also keep paying attention to what the data is actually saying instead of hoping what it says. So my first 10 videos, they didn't prove that this is failing. They actually show me what I need to fix next. And that's honestly the real data I needed right before I can start working on my next 10. And if you also want to know and see what happens when YouTube start auto-dubbing your videos into 3 different languages, you can keep watching this video next. It genuinely really surprised me. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.